everyone, Sophia here from My Great Challenge. How you all doing? I am back talking about my weight. This is actually a weight update and a chit-chat video. So there's a lot of things I want to talk about. I just took a glimpse at all of the products that I just reviewed because I've been filming back to back. You want to see that? Look at this mess right here. Look at this mess. There's products all over my bedroom floor, and I'm gonna have to clean this up. One more. There we go. Okay, so how am I doing with the weight? I have not done a Weight Watchers video in at least 3 weeks now, if not 4 weeks. Let me look at my little app because Sophia is still weighing in every Sunday. Yes, actually I weighed in yesterday. So this is my little curve. You see me going down, down, down. There was one time here when I went up and I'm still going down. Okay, so I started at 191.5 and yesterday I was at can you see it? 173.5. Okay, so that's a loss of 18 pounds. And I started, I can't even remember, I think this is week 20. So we're starting to be a little bit under a pound a week, which is fine. I'm taking my time. Okay, but I've had some serious struggles, and that's what I want to talk about. I'm still doing Weight Watchers. However, I find that while I plan my meals in the evening and prepare and pack my lunch, my snacks and my breakfast, and I'm doing very good throughout the day, by the time I get home it's very obvious to me that I did not have enough food. Even though when I count my points, I've got sometimes 18-20 points throughout the day and only have 10 points left for dinner, so it's technically enough points to sustain me. But for some reason I come home and I am starving, and sometimes I almost feel like I'm hypoglycemic. So as a result I binged a couple of times in the evening, and that really kind of halts the whole process. So I've been very, very slow in losing the weight. I'm still losing every week, but I'm losing very little. 8 ounces, 4 ounces, 1 pound. And then I've also noticed that as soon as I eat anything that is carb or sugar related, which is kind of a bunch of them together because they really are the same for me, then I start bloating, and I'm bloated for 3 or 4 days, gain 2-3 pounds, and then it takes me the rest of the week to get rid of it. So it's been very, very slow. And for those of you who are premenopausal like me, you probably know the struggle. And it's not me not being active, because you know that I'm very active. Yesterday we gardened, Scott and I think I worked like a beast for 5 hours in the garden, tilling and turning soil and moving the pallets and moving the big bed and sweeping and picking up leaves and you name it. It was a lot of activity and I'm really, really sore. But basically I'm trying to tell you that I'm very active, which I'm not going to say very, I'm active. I'm not going to the gym still. There's a lot of stuff going on right now and I want to chit-chat about that. Okay, so the weight loss. It's a very long, bumpy road for me. And I'm not giving up. I'm still, just in case you're wondering, I am not giving up. But I definitely have to look at options in terms of medical stuff. So Tuesday morning, I found a new practitioner because we changed insurance, and my old doctor was not on that insurance, but now we change insurance again, so I have to change doctor. It's different process. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. On Tuesday, the 6th of June, I have a full blood panel. They're gonna take like 7 bottles out of me, the little things, and they're checking everything. Okay, I asked for everything to be checked. So they're gonna check the thyroid, they're gonna check a blood count, they're gonna check for sugar, they're gonna check for liver, they're gonna check for cholesterol, everything, vitamin deficiencies. I'm getting a full checkup when it comes to blood panel. And then the following week I'm meeting with my new doctor, and I'm looking for 2 things. I'm looking to see, number one, I know I don't have any blood pressure because no matter what situation, mood, state I am, my blood pressure is never above 120. I mean, like, I was in full labor and it was 117. Like, there was nothing going on. I don't have blood pressure. But I do have other issues. So I want him to check the thyroid. Because years ago, I had a doctor telling me I had a problem with my thyroid and had put me on the, what's the name of it? Try something. You know which medication it is, right? It was 0.5, and I was part of the few people who was gaining weight on it. So he had me removed from it. So I was not taking thyroid medication. I haven't been taking thyroid medication for a long time. And the reason is because for some reason I gained weight on it. And we don't want that. Okay, tell me somebody who wants that. Okay, I don't want that. So I'm struggling enough as it is. So I have to figure out what's going on with my thyroid, and he's probably gonna recommend that I get a scan again on it. So anyway, we'll do that. So I want to check that, and then I want to check the sugar level and the diabetes stuff. I don't think I'm pre-diabetic or diabetic because I do have a friend who is, and I regularly take my blood sugar with his little machine just for kicks, you know, and it's always like between 98 and 118. It's never really, really high. So I don't know. We'll see what he's got to say. Cholesterol, I definitely need to check that. So bottom line is that I need medical advice as to what is going on here, because I'm desperately trying to lose weight and it is so slow. A lot of it has to do with stress. So let's talk about that for a little bit. It's been 3 months now that I am sending my resume to everybody and their mother, and nobody's calling me back. And I have a resume that is so long, and I have so much experience, and I've worked in the field, in my field, for over 17 years. And as a supervisor, as a direct service person, as a clinician, you name it. And it's just like there's nothing out there, and the few positions that are available, they just are not calling me back. And I'm really stressed out about it, only because financially I need to make more money. We're not in any trouble right now at all. We're fine. But I just want to make more money. Who doesn't want to make more money? I am seriously underpaid at my position right now for what I'm doing. And even my employer will say it. I'm underpaid, but they can't afford anything else. So I have to rely on bonuses. And in order for me to do the bonuses, which I have consistently received since I've worked there, they're on a quarterly basis. You have to be, hold on, how do they, okay, so let's say you have to do 60 hours worth of direct services with your patients. You have to do those 60 hours a month, but you actually have to be 8% above that. So if you think about it, that's a lot of time. That's about 4 hours every single day, regardless of who you're seeing, of individual counseling. And you count the traveling from place to place, you know, in between, because they don't come to me, I go to them. The day is pretty full. So not only that, you also have to do 70% of it has to be concurrent note, meaning that you're writing your notes in the field with the person. So while it gives you more time to spend with the person, it also extends the amount of time you spend in the field. So it's a whole, neither here nor there. The job itself, in order to obtain those bonuses, requires a lot of work. And even though I'm getting it, it's just like it's exhausting. So there's that. And then for the whole month of May, while I was doing the Fly Lady, I actually did not work as many extra hours that I wanted to work like I always do. I didn't do the weekends, for instance. I only did a couple of Tuesday night and a couple of Thursday nights. So I don't know if I'm going to continue to do the extra hours, because they are really exhausting me. It is. So the problem is, if I don't do the extra hours, I don't meet my requirements for the bonuses. I just get my regular salary. You get the point. It's kind of like a catch-22. You do them if you don't. You do them if you do. It's kind of thing. So that's basically what's going on. So the job has been very, very stressful and exhausting. And I'm at the point now where I'm just tired of eating in my car. You know, I think that the stress is really contributing to my not losing weight. there's that, and then the lifestyle. I am active, but I don't think the activity that I get is the kind of activity that I should do. For instance, I'm still doing yoga, not every night, because I'm just too tired. I'm still doing a little bit of yoga here and there, so that's just for stretches, but I really don't think I'm doing enough aerobic. I do walk here and there, but most of my activity is the stuff that's in the house, the running up and down, going to laundry and mop the floor and the gardening and things like this. So I have to figure out a way to integrate some type of aerobics and weight training, and I really don't know how I'm going to do that. So because my schedule is really getting tight. I mean, I don't know how much more I can pile on. So that's that. Even though I get the quarterly bonus, every 3 months, one big thing happened with my job is that they changed the payroll system. And before we paid the 15th and the 30th of the month. And they changed it to bi-monthly. So we are paid now every 14 days. And while everybody was like, woohoo, that means we get extra paychecks. When there's 3 pay period in a month, which for me is going to be September, it's actually reduced our paychecks. So everybody is not happy now. We're all complaining like we're not liking this at all. In my case, it makes my monthly paycheck minus $328. So Scott and I have been trying to figure out ways to compensate that loss so that we can still meet our budget and finance goals throughout the year, because we do have things that we planning and budgeting for. We're not talking about those today because that's not happening yet. You know that this year I have a goal for finances where I wanted to have 3 months worth of mortgage ahead of time, and we're still at 2 months ahead. We haven't been able to get to that point where we have an extra month added to our savings account, and mortgage is pretty hefty to begin with, so it's tough. So what Scott and I have been doing is that we've been looking at finances, and hence my reducing the makeup purchases, because even though it's $10 here, $20 there, $30 here, $5 here, at the end of the month it adds up to, a pretty, not big, but an amount that is not negligible. So I've been reducing there. But one of the things that we really, really did this month was get rid of cable TV. And I think I've mentioned before on this channel that I don't really watch TV. I really don't. Neither does Scott. The only one who watching TV are the kids, and most of the time they are watching reruns of the cartoons, and they going on to like the PS4 has the apps, so you can go and watch like kind of like Hulu and Netflix or whatever. And now we have the Fire HD from Amazon that's hooked up to the other TV, and then this TV in my bedroom right here doesn't have cable hooked up to it at all. It's just the app, so we just watch YouTube and Netflix and things like that on that. So we decided to get rid of cable, and as of 2 days ago we no longer have cable, so that's saving us a whopping $110 a month. So yeah, we don't have TV no more. We just have apps, that's it. Because cable TV I think is just a ripoff, and if I want to watch something live I can go on this and just send it directly to the TV and we can watch it that way. Or I can get my news any other way. I mean, it's not a big deal. So there's that. But I have to cut, in order to meet a budget goal and new budget goals, I have to cut some more. And so we got 110 already. So you know how it is. If you want to save money, you have 2 ways of doing it. You either spend less or make more. But right now I can't make more. I'm still in my job. And even though I get the quarterly bonuses, that doesn't really count. So cable is one of the things that we cut. And then I looked at the rest of the expenses. So 110 from the cable is out, and I'm paying for the gym membership, $20 a month for I don't know how many years, and I cannot remember the last time I went. So I'm going to cut that out too. And I think I'm going to cut out my Weight Watchers subscription, because I know what I'm supposed to do, and I have my meetings at work with my coworkers, so I still am very motivated and I still have a support network. but it's $44 a month. So if I cut that and the gym and the other cable TV, that's going to give us almost $200. So now I'm only missing $128. So if I cut out here and there in other areas, we'll be fine. Why am I talking about this? Bottom line is that this month there's been a lot of time spent thinking about what's the right thing to do, how to proceed with this, that, and the other, and it's been consuming a lot of my real estate space in my head. That's what I'm trying to tell you, and that causes stress, and I just wonder sometimes how much that stuff is related to not weight gain, because there haven't been any gain, but how is it related to slow and sluggish weight loss. So I'm looking forward to going to my doctor's appointment and finding out what's going on. I had a blood test done at my OBGYN a month ago and they lost it, and I'm waiting for them to call the lab and get a copy of it. It's like, what is going on? Like, I got billed for that, and because it wasn't meeting my premium or whatever. Health insurance in this country sucks, you guys. Okay, I just want to say that it really, really does suck. Like, it's you go and you get a simple procedure that should be covered, and then they tell you, oh, we're going to cover 70%, and you're like, okay, fine. And then you get the 30% that you owe, and it turns out to be like $1,400. You're like, what? So you do 2-3 procedures like that in a year, or some kind of extra test that they decide that they're not going to cover because they don't think it's necessary, and you end up like every year with like a $4,000 bill on medical stuff. So anyway, not here to talk about that. I'm still very, very focused on what I'm eating. I want to be more mindful of what I'm eating, and I need to figure out what is going on with me in terms of my not finding what I'm eating right now to be sufficient to sustain my level of energy and my busy lifestyle. I just feel hungry all the time, and all I'm thinking about is eating, and that is not good. And I just don't know what's going on. So I don't know if it's a medical issue. We're going to try to figure that out. If it's a emotional issue, obviously I got to deal with the stress and other issues surrounding stress, or things that create stress. Anyway, so that's my chit chat for today. I'm probably not going to go to meetings anymore. I'm probably going to cancel my membership only to save money. I'm going to continue to do Weight Watchers. I may check online. One of my coworkers still goes to meetings, so I have access to the information. It's just that I don't think that I need to continue to spend $44 a month for now. I may rejoin later on. It doesn't, I can see myself doing that, but I don't know. It just seems wasteful when I know what I'm supposed to do and I'm doing it, and for some reason it's not working. So I have to look outside of that in order to figure out what's going on. So if you have any clue as to what's going on, if it's sluggish thyroid, or if it's I don't think it's diabetes, menopause, you let me know. Hormones, I'm still waiting for those results. They lost, so I gotta wait for that. You let me know down below. I know it sounds like I'm seeking advice from subscribers, but I just wanted to chat about this because this is stuff that we all go through, and it's very frustrating. Like, cause you really, sometimes I skip dinner. I'm like, I gotta lose that half a pound I gained from eating that one toast. And so I skip dinner, and the following day, yeah, I've lost half a pound. But it's just like, I don't want to live like that. And I like to eat. I like food. Okay, I like to eat and I like food, so it's very, very difficult. Anyway, this was just to let you know that the struggle is real, and I'm always going to be very transparent about it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and make it look like I'm on top of everything. I'm like you. I'm just like everybody else. I'm struggling, you guys. I really am struggling. It's one thing into another, and you can't. So it's a battle. It's a daily battle. June is going to be very busy for me. It's the end of the year for the kids. That means that everybody's got something going on in the evening. It's either going to be a concert, an activity, a farewell party, a party over there. I have to start with they both engage in after school things, and those after school events are piling on every single almost every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for the next 3 weeks in June. I booked with school or extracurricular activities in the evening. Tomorrow we got a big banquet to attend to for Edward's band. So yeah, it's been very, very busy. And I'm gonna leave it at that. So if you're struggling, give me a thumbs up. If you're not struggling, give me your advice. I'm all ears. I'll talk to you later, you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.